Well, next up on Viral History, we sit down with a fellow YouTuber and content creator of the mighty channel History Buffs. So Nick, what is History Buffs and how did you come up with the idea?
Well, History Buffs is a channel that reviews historical movies and tells people how accurate they are. Like how accurate was Gladiator or Braveheart the Patriot. And I wanted to do it, I wanted to do a film review show on YouTube, and I noticed that there wasn't any show that was dedicated just to reviewing historical movies. And I thought that if I wanted to try and make YouTube a career, that might be something new, tapping into a niche market that not many other people were doing.
So when did you launch your channel and were you surprised by how quickly your numbers grew?
I think the first video I uploaded was back in July 2015, and it took a while before the channel started to grow, but once it did, yeah, I was really happy. It exceeded my expectations and everyone else's, so yeah.
How do you choose which films to review?
I choose them based on the popularity of the film and also how many people have been requesting it. So, for example, at the end of each video I say, let me know which film you'd like me to do. And when I take a look at the comments and I see which films pops up the most. So I noticed that I came to a point when I noticed when I typed in History Buffs in the search engine of YouTube, it would say History Buffs and all the films I've done, but at the very top would be one film that I had never done, and it was Saving Private Ryan. So I was like, okay, now I definitely gotta cover that.
So history's been approached in lots of different ways in the past number of centuries, from print to multimedia. How do you see that growing in the future?
Like, you know, Assassin's Creed, there was also the new Battlefield 1 game, which is set during the First World War. And one of the things I noticed that when that game came out, due to its popularity, that people were obsessed with the First World War and researching as much as they could about it. So I really think games is the next step after that.
So why do you think that history is having a renaissance of sorts?
I guess you could say it's going through a renaissance on the internet. I mean, like, personally, I believe that it's not being tackled on telly as much as it used to be, but I think that people are just really hungry for it and they, want to get as much as they could. So. And
do you have any other plans for History Buffs in the near future?
Well, right now I'm reviewing, I'm writing a script for the movie Timeline, which is a film about a bunch of archaeologists who go back to the 100 Years' War in France in the 14th century. Then I'm doing The Bounty, and then I'm thinking of reviewing a film called Tora, 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 which is a film about Pearl Harbor. A lot of my subscribers have been asking me to review Pearl Harbor because it's not known as a very good film. But I thought, like, instead of that, maybe I should bring people's attention to an excellent Pearl Harbor film that more people should be aware of.
Thank you, Nick, for having that in-depth interview with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you.